Okay, hi guys and gals. I figured I would take you through with me on this attempt to do an Aurora or Northern Lights marbling. And I'm going to kind of go through step by step, but I'm going to do the step and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you what I did. So my first step on this one is I taped off the section I wanted to marble in, which is right here. And I covered it with white size A color fast wrapping thread. I did a section here and a small little section right before the reel seat. So the reason I did that is because with my marbling pigments, I want to make sure that they're as true as possible, because if you put them straight on like the black thread or the black blank, it's going to take away a little bit from the color. So this navy blue that I'm going to be using by Pigments by Nuno, it's really dark, so I want to try to get it as true as I possibly can. So I was thinking my best bet was going to be to put it on white thread. So that's it pretty much for the first step. Stay tuned and I will be back with the next step. Okay, I got my next step done. Over the top of the white thread, I did like a super light clear coat of the epoxy just to get something down to have so the pigment would have a way to move around. And then I mixed up some navy blue, Pigments by Nuno, and you can see I started out heavy at the top. Here's my little pointy thing. So up here, this is closest to the rear grip. And I wanted to have it darker up here and then kind of go down and lighter down here. Because down here, I'm going to add some of the Aurora colors, like green, then purple. But I have to wait for this to dry, because if I did it now, it would like blend in, and I didn't really want to do that. I want it kind of layered. So I'm gonna put me probably some green, some purple, just kind of blend into this navy blue. And this up here, I'm not really sure if I'm just going to add stars. That was another thing I meant to mention. I'm going to take my white Posca pen after this is all nice, dry, and set. It's probably going to be tomorrow. And put some small, tiny little stars. So when I put my other pigments over the top of it, it'll cover some and it won't cover some. I'm trying to make it as close to looking like a northern light sky as possible. So this is it for now. I just got to wait for this to dry so I can move on to the next part. So I got a lot to discuss about this part. Okay, so you know originally, where's it at? I started out with a base navy blue, okay? And that's basically that little section. Well, I did the whole section, but I kind of faded. And I told y'all that what I was going to do to make stars was I was going to take my Posca pen and turn around and put some little dots. Well, I got to thinking about it. I'm like, maybe not. So what I remembered I had was this magic glitter. Also, Pigments by Nuno. You mix it with epoxy just like you do pigments. So use this super, super, super fine glitter. Alright, that is how I made my stars. I'm trying to get this all set up where y'all can really see it, but anyway. So then I mixed myself up some epoxy, and I was going to do the green and then the purple. So I turned around, I mixed some up, and I started out with pistachio. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I did like it, but it wasn't the exact shade I was going for, so I turned around and I mixed some lime with it. So I mixed lime and pistachio and just add a little bit of, well, I mixed up the pistachio and put a little bit of lime pigment powder in with it and mixed it up some more. So then I got the green I was happy with. So then it came to the purple. And I started out, see, this is what happens. You start out and you're like, it evolves. I mean, even on one single rod build, one idea leads to another idea, or, you know, it just goes on from there. But anyway, so I started out with a purple heart. Really, really pretty color. Of course, Pigments by Nuno. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty, but it doesn't pop the way I want. So I added magenta in with it. And I came up with the color I want, or wanted. So you can see the purple. And you can still see it over that blue. And in the sunlight, it's even better. So, okay. So I laid it out and I'm like, I like it, but it's not as smooth as I want. As you can see, I mean, it's nice now because of what I did, and I'm fixing to tell you what I did, which is pretty cool, and this is something that's not something new to me. I've done this several times before. I wanted the green and the purple, I wanted it smoother. I didn't want it so lumpy looking and so marbly looking. I was trying to keep the marble look, sort of, but at the same time have paint too. So I took my pen torch and I turned it on and I heated it up a little bit, and it just smoothed out so beautiful. But I was super, super careful with when you're using these pen torches. You got to be careful. I mean, if you get it too close, it's going to bubble and drip off, or you might burn something. But I mean, anybody that's used these, they know how to use them anyway. So, or shoot, I didn't know how to use them in the beginning either, and I just kind of played around with it, and you learn if you make a mistake, which thank goodness I haven't so far. But it smoothed it out, and I kept the heat away to get the effect. You know, the closer the heat, the more you're gonna move the marbling pigment around. The further away you're gonna get the effect you want. So I just kind of went around it and just really, really lightly and carefully heated it up until it just was like I wanted it. So basically that is it for that step. And I'm trying, let me see if I can get up here. I'm gonna have to take it off of this thing because there was another little section. I just did this little section in front of the reel seat with just like a small, super small version of what I did down there past the reel seat, and had to make sure I put a few little stars. Now on both sides, now I just did like the very, very top part. I didn't go like down into like the purple and the green with the glitter, just the top part, just some scattered stars. And that's it for this section until I move on to the next part, which is going to be doing a little bit of a silhouette in front of it. Not much of it, because I don't want to take away from this Aurora, because it's just too pretty to me. So, y'all keep on following me. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this Aurora Rod build. What I found, like, with the more layers of epoxy you put on it, the deeper it seems to look. This is only one coat of the final epoxy. And as you can tell, I went back and I did a little bit of silhouette of some, like a few trees, just to give it a little something. And stars seem to pop pretty good. They're kind of cool. And I don't know what else to say about it other than marbling. I mean, you can go nuts with it. There's so many things you can do. I mean, backgrounds, just plain marbling. I don't know. I have fun with it. That's one of my favorites. Now, let me go up here. This is just a little section I did before the real seat. And like I said, it's just the first coat of the epoxy. I mean, I'm going to be going back, kind of trimming it up and fixing up the little trim band tags and stuff like that, you know, smoothing it out. But this is going to be it for this video. Just wanted to show you some more options and things and stuff you can do with marbling. Well, y'all take care. Hope this video was helpful. Hope it gave y'all some ideas. God bless. Tight lines. See you later.